Hey, what's going on? It's your guy DJ Cottrell, and today I'm going to go over how I go about power cycling my modem and router automatically. I've been using this modem router combination for several years now, and I notice every once in a while you have to power cycle these devices. I don't know why, but you just do. So I've come up with a way to do it automatically. Now, initially, when I started this, I utilized these digital timers here. These are programmable timers, and it lets you program by day, and you can choose what day of the week. So you have the time, the day, and what day of the week. And typically, I would have one timer on the modem, one timer on the router, and the modem would both of them would be scheduled to shut down at the same time. Then I would have the modem come back up after a few minutes. Then after a few minutes after that, I will have the router scheduled to come back up. And that's pretty much how I go about power cycling these devices. One thing I notice about them, at least this particular model here, is that it has an internal battery that's soldered to the circuit board. And unfortunately, this method would have been great, but as I mentioned, the battery was soldered to the circuit board, so I couldn't replace it. So then I thought, what can be better than a digital timer and still inexpensive? So I thought about these smart plugs, and did a little bit of research, and I decided to go with the TP-Link smart plug since I had a TP-Link router, and thus far I've been pretty happy with it. They're fully programmable, and they also come with an app. So here's a picture of my modem, and as you can see here, the modem is resting on a laptop cooling pad. And the reason why I do this is because these modems can sometimes get a little warm. Here's a picture of my router, which is also resting on a laptop cooling pad. And the reason for this, particularly for the modem, is so that both of these devices, no matter how much they're being used, can still operate at its normal temperature that's set by the manufacturer. Normal operating temperature that it should be per the manufacturer. So here's a picture of the TP-Link smart plugs. There's one for the modem and there's one for the router. Again, I can utilize the app to set a schedule that will allow me to shut down these devices simultaneously and then bring up the modem. Shortly after that, I can bring up the router. And that concludes your power cycling activities. So now, if you have a better solution than this, feel free to share it with me. But so far, this method has been working for me just fine. I've been using it for several years. And again, I started out with the digital timers, and then I graduated to the smart plugs, which is what I'm using right now. All right. So I hope this method helps you just as much as it has helped me. And again, if you have a better solution, feel free to pass that information on. Peace.